All right, this is just going to be like a room update or something. Where I'm standing now is typically where the camera would have been when I did any of my other speaker comparisons or whatever. And my stereo was on this wall right here in front of you. That is not the case anymore. It's moved over here. We'll get back to that in a second. I moved it because over here is an open to the rest of the basement, and over here, is the wall. And I wanted to move it to have a bit more of a symmetrical layout instead of having an open wall, and then over here having a solid wall. So instead of having it over here, it is now over here where I have walls. It's in the middle. I have a wall, even wall on each side, and then I have it's open behind me, which is better than open to one side. And what I'm doing, it's not done because I'm also in the process of remodeling my basement. Well, it's almost done. I can't finish this little section until I replace that basement window. It's rotten, needs to be taken out and replaced, and never enough time to do everything. But it's all being repainted white. Well, none left in this end, but it used to be like a 1977 green. It was just terrible. You can kind of see some of it on the floor. For some reason, at one time they painted like a foot out from the floor, the same color as the wall, whatever. But I wanted to change it to a more symmetrical layout where I have, a wall on each side, and then put up more. You're just gonna have to deal with that light because I don't have all the lights put up over here yet either. Put up some more acoustic treatment, and these plant seedling trays you can get off Amazon. I think you can get, if I remember right, it's like a pack of 10 of these for like $20 or something like that. They're not expensive, and these ones. Some of them are really flimsy. These are like I can link them. I think they're like the heavy duty, so they're a little bit thicker plastic. They're still pretty light, but they're a little more rigid. So unless you don't attach them to your wall very well, they don't really buzz or rattle or do any of that. And they have a pretty unique shape. I think they're each little cone, I want to say, is probably 2.5 inches. So as far as diffusing, these actually work quite well, and they're super cheap for diffusing. And once you get them on the wall, they don't look that bad. They look, unless you walked up to it and actually looked at it, you probably wouldn't even realize that it's, a plant seedling tray or whatever you want to call it. And since they're so light, they're easy to stick to the wall. I just place some blue tack or like two-sided tape on each corner, and then just stick it to the wall wherever you want it. And if you wanted to, you could fill the back side of these with some expanding foam, and I think they have black expanding foam now, or fill it with expanding foam and then spray paint them white or whatever. I almost thought about spray painting them white so they'd blend in with the wall, so you almost wouldn't see them. But I think the monochrome white and black, I want people to notice them, I guess. I'm not really in an environment where I need to hide them, and they match the Harbor Freight blankets. But yeah, they're super easy to mount. They're super cheap. You can get tons of them for next to nothing. And they really do seem to make a difference. I haven't done any like extensive where I've tried to measure it. Well, especially now, because I'd have to take them all down, do like a room measurement, put them all back up, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just by ear, because I did listen to my system in here before I put any of them back up after I moved it, and definitely putting this up has made a noticeable difference. And then the Harbor Freight blankets, these are just black. They're the smaller ones from Harbor Freight. I think they're like $4 or $5, and I just have them folded over. So I have 2 layers, and they're already moving, so they're already a kind of a quilted or padded blanket, to protect your goods while you're moving them. But if you fold them in half, then you get about a, I don't know, 1.5 2 foot wide by about 6 foot long, and it's just thick enough it's going to be able to absorb. So I got my damping and diffusing. Both. I could have just done all diffusers, but after adding these in, it did seem to help. There's another row back up here. That light's annoying. I know. I just don't have all the lighting put up. I had to literally just grab an extra lamp and stick it over there. And then this one's not done yet because these are some more seedling trays I tried in the past. These ones are much cheaper and thinner. They're really thin plastic. These kind you wouldn't really want to put on a wall. Like, I don't have that problem because I'm in a basement. These walls don't vibrate or rattle. But like in a normal bedroom where the walls and stuff might vibrate and rattle, you probably wouldn't want to use these because they might vibrate and rattle. But since I have them on a brick wall on fabric, even if they are vibrating, they're not going to make any noise. And I'm just experimenting with having those there. And then I have these all the way up here, closer to the corner. And then I have the CD rack here in the corner with just some extra random CDs. I have some more to put on there, but it's just something to be in the corner and to act as kind of just a diffuser for the corner. I'm not going to go spend a ton of money in large bass traps for the corners when I can just put random crap in the corner that will almost do the same thing. And yeah, let's go. Well, let me back up over here. The wires up there, I do like having in the basement because the joists actually act as acoustic treatment of the sort above me. Instead of having a flat ceiling, having these joists up here is going to act as a very good sound diffuser. And I have some more stuff I'm working out to cover up the electrical wires over there in the junction, or not the junction, the breaker box. That'll all be hidden, and then I might even have panels that cover the joists. Acoustic transparent or some sort of fabric panel to cover the joists. Just haven't gotten that far yet. And then I put, that shelving was already on that wall, but I kind of changed some of the stuff that was on the wall. Instead of treating that wall with damping or diffusers, I just left the shelves there and found lots of random crap to put on the shelves, and creating that uneven space on that wall is going to act basically as one large diffuser. So that was the whole point. And I kind of get to look at, stuff that really, sentimental, nostalgic stuff while I listen to music, and who doesn't like doing that? And I guess we can go over the wall real quick. Just some stuff I've had over the years. I used to do custom computer builds and high performance PCs. Especially those I love those. Those are old Pentium 2 and Pentium 3. And I do have some vinyl. I just haven't got to my turntable project yet. The turntable works. I just it does need to be cleaned up and kind of overhauled and stuff. So patiently waiting on that stuff. That's a page I tore out of Sound and Vision probably when I was in 7th or 8th grade when the Sunfire Cube or whatever came out. I've always wanted one. Just, I don't know, for many, well now just because I wanted one when I was a kid. Just a very unique sub when it came out. And just some more, I got my old SMSL, was that the M100 DAC sitting there. One of my favorite toys as a kid, my Tyco Trax, Fast Trax, 9.6 volts. The thing was so fast. Like, it was the Traxxas. It was, I don't know. Like, I got it for my birthday, I think. I don't remember how old I was. From Toys R Us, which I don't think exists anymore. But yeah, I seen that thing. I'm like, gotta have that thing. And at the time, Tyco's 9.6 was like the best. It was awesome. And especially in this thing, it had a high and low gear on the back. The thing was so fast in high gear. The only downside is it only lasted about 20 minutes, then it took like 6 hours to charge it. So it's very short intervals of fun, but man, that thing was wicked. Maybe someday I'd like to... I quit using it because I played with it so much. I burned out the high in the gearbox. or yeah, the high mode or whatever you want to call it. And then I used to play with it in low mode, but even in low mode, I would fill my Tonka trucks up with sand and then hook that to the Tonka trucks and try to get it, see how much weight it could pull in low. Because in low, you lost a lot of speed, but you had a lot more torque. And it would pull a couple of them full of sand. But after doing that, trying to use it as like a pulling tractor kind of thing, it started to ruin the low gears too. So now it needs to, maybe I can find somebody or do something or put new electric motors in it, new gearbox and everything, and get it going again. Some more random crap. My Duke Nukem toys, a huge Duke Nukem fan. Archer from Small Soldiers, amazing movie. The Ghetto Blaster I grew up with. What is this thing? It's a Magnavox. D8060. It's not the one I had from a kid. That one, who knows where that one went. My parents probably tossed it. I found this one on eBay in like new condition for like $30. And then picked up some cassette tapes at a thrift shop. Even found a cassette head cleaner tape still in the box or whatever. So someday maybe I'll get around playing some cassette tapes in there. One of my all-time favorite TV shows as a kid was Beast Wars. All-time favorite character, which was only in the last few episodes, was Depth Charge. I don't remember the shark's name. He was never in the actual show. And then there's Dinobot, which he was definitely a big character in the show as he bounced back and forth between the Maximals and the Predacons. And then my small camera collection. Every time we go thrifting, if I find any old cameras, I just buy them and clean them up. I don't even know if any of them work, but I don't know. One of my slight odd side fascinations. And then just some more boxes of stuff I bought, cost stuff. Good friend of mine owns Reversa Targets. I love Bob's Burgers, some CDs I'm getting to, and then back to Archer and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, on this wall, I haven't found anything. There's my shadow. Hello. Anyway, I haven't found anything to put in this corner yet. I have some ideas, but haven't gotten it put there yet. And more of the diffuser panels, the Harbor Freight blankets folded in half with ceiling trays on top, diffuser panels, Harbor Freight blanket diffuser trays. As you can see, I'm trying to create some sort of pattern here. It seems to be helping. And then extra crap, wires, batteries, blah, blah, blah. And then back here, I'm behind my CD thing, and there's my HVAC system. A CD rack shelf I made out of, well, you can't see it. I guess you can't see it anywhere. Those wood boxes are Acme, from the Acme Bullet Company. I used to work at a place, and I used to sit third shift all night making 9mm and 45 bullets, anywhere from 20,000 to 30,000 rounds a night. And a lot of the projectiles, the lead projectiles we would use, came in these Acme Bullet Company wood crates, and we'd throw away tons of them every night. I kept a few of them. I had them all laying around in my basement. I didn't really know what to do with all these wood crates. So I just kind of glued them all together and used them as a CD rack, I guess. And then back here, behind my HVAC, just you can't see a lot of them because I put, and there's another panel with a bunch of seedling trays stapled to it. But behind there, back there, there's probably 15 to 20 sets of all different kinds of speakers and other stuff, audio, or all speakers, really. Tons of them that need to be repaired. I pick up a lot of these cheap, shelf system speakers from the late 90s, early 2000s for next to nothing. And I have plans to, because they're like the cheapest of the cheap garbage speakers, and eventually I want to kind of rebuild them, keep them in the original enclosure and kind of same look, but do some bracing, actually put some crossovers in them, do some measurements, and turn these garbage speakers into good speakers. And then there's a rebuilt horn from the Alltech Lansing 846B Valencias. But yeah, a lot of crap. It's gonna take a long time to get to, but yeah. Back up here, I was just kind of reorganizing my listening space so I don't have an open wall to the left, and kind of have a little bit more of a symmetrical layout. And there's the TV up there. yeah, fun. Anyway, just figured I'd give you guys an update. I haven't done a video in a while because I've been messing with switching all this around, and then at the other end of my basement, I've been building a workshop that can help aid in, redoing, working on all these speakers and stuff. If anyone wants to know, that's a Fisher 122 sitting on the floor. uh, uh, yeah, so I just got a lot of stuff going on. I just haven't had a lot of time to make videos, and then in the summer, depending on how busy I am lately, I've been super busy at work, and then by the time I get home and work on the house, because I'm also remodeling other stuff in the house. If you ever remodeled a house before and have remodeled multiple things at one time, it gets very time consuming, and but yeah, it's starting to come together. That, and I've had a few issues with the vehicles, and I fix all my own vehicles, so dealing with that crap, and hopefully I can get back to doing some more videos here. But this is just kind of an updater video, so all right, stay tuned, more to come. Thanks for watching, guys.